Okay. I think what, oh, all right, was missing something here. Oh, and gotta kill that. One of these days I will get better at remembering everything that I need to do this properly. So, oh, hang on, let me bring this just a little closer. Odds are the camera's going to be a little bit wobbly, and it's some of the adjustments to the new setup and where I'm now located. So, hope everyone is doing all right. I did see that we had our first donation, the super chat from Microraptor, and for the amount that you donated, I did do a quick Google to find out what that was in USD. That gets you any question that you want answered. Go for it. So know that you have that. So, despite the seriousness of what it is that I'm raising money for and why I'm raising, oh, that's why it's dark. Hang on, one of my lights isn't on. I thought this looked weird. There, that's better. I think. Is that better? I don't know. I'm going with it. So, anyways, despite the seriousness of why I felt the need to do this, despite the seriousness of the cause that I am raising money for and everything going on, the tone of this is going to be fairly light. That might be part of the issue. I'm sorry, folks. I'm trying to figure this out. Unfortunately, I've calibrated these lights for my normal camera, and I live stream from my phone. You're just gonna have to work with me on this. Anyways, tone of this is going to be pretty lighthearted. The reason for that, despite the potential incongruity, the simple fact is that with everything going on, the reason why you should be donating this money, I'm not a voice you should be listening to on that topic. I'm just not. So I don't want to be the voice for that. So instead, I'm gonna do sort of my normal thing, but if you look in the description, I've got it laid out as well. So, donations under $10, oh, here we go. Did you get to check out the writing I sent? Oh my gosh, thank you for reminding me on that. I haven't, I need to. I'm sorry. So, any donations under $10 USD, that gets you a question answered. 10 to anything under 20, I will eat a random Bertie Bott every flavored bean, which I'm now gonna have to do, and 20 and up, I will take a shot. And in addition, like at 10 and 20, you can also ask a question. So, oh boy, I've not touched these things in a while because last time it it went badly. So let me see. This is, oh God. Oh, this might be a vomit. Oh geez. Oh. Around since Christmas? Yeah, since before then. Go figure, I haven't gotten rid of them. Okay, good cause, good cause, good cause. Oh God, there it is. Oh! Ah ha ha! Ha! Oh God, that's the worst thing about the vomit ones. They don't hit you right off. They do, This is just water for the record. Oh God. Oh, those are the worst because they start out, they're kind of oddly sweet. It's almost like you got tangerine or something, but then it hits you at the back end. Ah, like after you've had it in your mouth for a while. God. Thank you, randomness. Finally finished Buffy. Oh, the tears. Oh dear. If you want a recommendation on any kind of continuation, I am not going to recommend the Buffy season 8 comic books. However, I am going to recommend Frey, which is a comic book continuation of Buffy, but it is a more detached, set in the far future. It's very cool. Actually, Liz and I read that fairly recently and did a podcast on it on Tough Like a Girl over on the Fire and Water Podcast Network. How am I still managing to self-promote during this? Oh, and the other thing, if you want to donate anything, but for whatever reason aren't comfortable using the YouTube Super Chat, either you're not set up for it or you just have any reason not to do it, down in the description is also a link to my PayPal. And if you put in the memo line of the PayPal that what you are contributing is for the fundraiser, it will go towards that. I actually got a donation towards the fundraiser before the live stream even started through the PayPal, because the person did clarify that in the memo. So I was already up before I even started, which was amazing. You're a YouTuber. Self-promotion is what you do. I think it's a reflex at this point, which is kind of a depressing thought. When I have time to breathe. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, Carolyn, I appreciate, and also Pirates, you folks, my mods mean a lot. You always do great work. I love how when Sunnydale is destroyed, Xander talks about the stores that are gone, and he mentions Toys R Us. Oh God, I didn't even remember that. Ow. Self-promote, like how your interview is on my channel tomorrow. I never do stuff like self-promote. Yes, so once that's up, I will link to it like on the community page and on my Twitter. I did an interview with Christy Abbey that's going up soon. So that'll be fun. I think it went well. We'll see how much she edits me. It's a joke. Don't worry about it. I just wanted to say how much I love your videos. They make my day, inspired me to become a YouTuber. Best of luck. This gig it's a weird gig, I tell you. Okay, so if anyone noticed the thumbnail before we started, there was a book that was in the thumbnail that I wanted to highlight. How goes life? Life goes. I'm given where I live, a lot of what's going on isn't directly affecting me. I'm gonna try turning that light off because it is reading too white. Forgive me, folks. I'm gonna keep adjusting this. See if that does any better. That's about the same, isn't it? Maybe it's a little better. I don't know. But anyway, have you read any 2080? No, I've wanted to for ages. Oh, Melinda, thank you. Thank you so much. What is the series you have not done a review for? Oh, dang it, hang on, this thing went weird on me. Here we go. What is the series you have not done a review for, but you would like to do? There's one that I'm actually already planning to do a review for that I haven't, and that's Gallivant. I have very specific plans for talking about Gallivant. Thank you, Adam. Thank you so much. Oh God, I've got 2 shots I've got to take now. Is that water too? No, this is not water. This is not exceptionally strong though, because I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to end up doing this. Ooh. Oh gosh, this is catching up to me quick. So Gallivant is like the big one that I've actually seen that I'm planning. As far as things that I haven't even seen yet that I would like to see and then might do a video on, I think probably Avatar: The Last Airbender is top of that list. Thank you for that. And Adam, I will pour yours and put it on hold for a second so that first one can go. Oh God, they are coming in fast. I reserve the right to put the shots on pause if I need to. Somebody keep track if I put it on pause and I need to catch up. Okay, this is out of left field, but I was wondering if you've ever seen the movie The Time Traveler's Wife. If so, what did you think? I have seen it. I don't love it. Part of the reason I don't love it is that I love the book. I read the book first, and the book blew me away. I thought it was phenomenal. The movie is okay. The movie stumbles early on because it doesn't do a great job of introducing the whole concept. It does it in a very clumsy fashion, whereas the book was really elegant in how it introduced the concepts and integrated them into the story. Now, I mean, the casting was good and it did pretty well after that, but that opening is harsh. Oh God, Kara, you did the level right, and there's the beans. Okay. What is the first thing you want to go to when lockdown ends? Honestly, I'd just like to go to the movies. What have I got here? This might be, hang on. This might be grass. This looks like grass to me. Yeah, that's grass. The grass isn't awful. The grass is one of those ones that's just kind of odd. Ugh. Okay. Oh God, I got catching up to do. So wait. Oh God, I didn't take the shot for Adam yet, and there's Ben. Oh boy. Okay. This is Adam's shot. Whew. Okay. So Ben, thank you. I'm gonna have to do a count of this. I know there are people who are good enough at this to oh wait, I do have a counter. Haha. Holy crap. We're up over $200 already. Wow. Okay. Jeez. This is off to a strong start. Okay, so Ben, it was my birthday very recently and got a lot of money in addition to lots of presents, so I don't have any excuse not to do this. Cheers for this. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh gosh, this is kind of blowing my mind already. And in addition to that, cheers. All right, Mitch, I'm gonna pour yours and hold it. Hold on that one for a bit. Try and show off the shot glass. I don't know if it's gonna show up, but it's got the Lord of the Rings engraving the whole way around. Because yes, I have very geeky shot glasses. Eliza Dushku was my favorite in Buffy. Have you ever watched her other projects, True Calling or Doghouse? I never saw True Calling. I did see Dollhouse. I saw both seasons of Dollhouse. That was an odd show. It wasn't bad, and I'm glad I saw it, but it was hard to get into because the lead character didn't have a character of her own for a while, and that was kind of by design, and that was an odd way to go about it. So it was interesting. That's what I call Dollhouse. It was interesting. So that's Mitch's shot waiting. Oh God, somebody else just came in at that same level. Just want to give something. Thank you, Sophie. Do you think they should rename season 7 of Buffy to the motivational speech season? They could. You were going to talk about the book. Oh God, yes. Thank you. Sorry. I did not thank you. God's sake. keep me on task. You people are great. No need to drink. I'm just here to support. Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, so this was the book that was in the thumbnail. And this was a book that was put in my hands by Liz. That's my partner. And she is a school librarian. And this is a book that I think it's up for the Red Clover Award, which is Vermont specific, but it's already won the Caldecott and Newbery honor. And it's called The Undefeated. And I'm not going to read it to you because I don't have permission to do so. And it would, even for fundraising purposes, it would be just wrong of me to use someone else's work to raise money if I don't have permission to do that. Oh, it also won Coretta Scott King Award. But this book, in a very stark way and in a way that is accessible to all ages, demonstrates the need and the battle and the struggle for equality so powerfully that it choked me out. I mean, it's a picture book. It's a handful of pages, and it blew me away how powerful it was. And I think any age. I think if you can get hold of that, I put a link in the description to get it, to be able to get it on Amazon if you want to do that. It is amazing, and I highly recommend it. There's another link I put in the description as well. I'll talk about that a little later because I'm trying to pace myself slightly. I'm only about 15 minutes in. Normally I run the live streams for about an hour. I might go long depending on how things go. So where did I leave off? Oh boy. Such a worthy cause and thing that's needed at the moment. Sending thoughts from the UK. I've just watched Seven Samurai and looking to delve deeper into Japanese films. Do you have a favorite? I should be clear that I haven't seen a ton of Japanese films that aren't anime. If you're asking my anime favorites, it's My Neighbor Totoro, Summer Wars, Ghost in the Shell. Be sure you watch the subtitle. The dubs are terrible. And get the original if you can get your hands on it, not the 2.0. I don't think that was an improvement really at all. But as far as Japanese films that aren't anime, I have not rewatched it in a long time, and I'm not sure I want to, but I did really like Battle Royale. Ran is very good. I think off the top of my head, those are the two main ones that I feel confident in my memory of them enough to recommend them. So what is this? This looks like this could be sausage. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe candy floss? I don't think so. This looks like the sausage to me. All right. Oh yeah, that's sausage. Oh boy. It's not even that it's bad, it's just so off-putting as a jelly bean. Oh, Lord. Oh, geez. Okay. Let's see. Oh boy, I'm falling behind here. Which I always do. I always fall behind on chats, but like it feels more pressing as time. Got done listening to the Marion Conspiracy, the first audio that featured Evelyn Smythe. Honestly, not that bad. She's great, and I have a review up for the Marion Conspiracy. I'm pretty sure. Evelyn Smythe is great, and her relationship with the Sixth Doctor, with Colin Baker, is a big part of why he works for me in audio. Okay, so this is Mitch. So this is a while back, this one. And so now I need to pour one for M. Bluehorn. Much appreciated. I'm going to set that aside for a moment, though. See, this is why oh God, I am working through this bottle. Holy crap. This is why I pick things like schnapps, which is low proof. It doesn't mean it isn't still going to mess me up. Thank you very much, Ingrid. Hello from the UK. Yes, there's been a lot of amazing solidarity from the UK. That's been really wonderful to see. You say it doesn't work when an old villain is killed by a new villain to show how better they are. So I'm guessing you prefer the Anointed One over Spike and Drusilla. Well, no, because the Anointed One was a side feature of the Master at best. What I'm talking about would have been like if the Master hadn't been defeated at the end of season 1 of Buffy, and then Spike and Drew rolled up and killed him. Saying it's the Anointed One, no. That's like the villain's lieutenant taking over. He wasn't established as an entity in and of himself for long enough to have that kick, that kind of thing. Nice try, but no. Oh God, that's also a $10. Okay. All right, what is this? What is that? I'm not sure what that is. Looks like marshmallow, but it's inverted. This better not be another sausage. Huh. I am honestly not sure what that is. It's one of the weird ones, I'm sure. 'Cause that's not a standard flavor, but like I don't know what that was. Hey. Okay. Moving along, and we are over 300. Jeez. All right. I'm gonna run out of beans and booze at this rate. Have you watched Suits? If so, can we get a review for it? I have not seen Suits. I am aware of it. I know it exists. That's about all I got. Do we have to sponsor Vera for a new liver next live? I'll keep you posted. Happy Pride Month and Black Lives Matter. Yes. Thank you and yes. Have you ever encountered a film adaptation of a book that was actually better than the original novel? If so, what was it? I personally would argue that Jurassic Park, the movie, is better than the novel. I think largely just because I think Steven Spielberg had a much better idea of the vibe of a notion as ridiculous as dinosaur, a park full of dinosaurs, that awe and wonder, whereas Michael Crichton, he had a tendency to write things a little bit cold, a little bit clinical, and I don't think he quite captured the same level of just fun of the whole thing. Actually, speaking of Michael Crichton, his own book, The Great Train Robbery, he adapted and directed as a film himself, and the movie is better. But that's a weird one because I feel like he made the improvements to his own work. So I almost feel like that one's cheating. There's probably others. But Jurassic Park's kind of the big one that people would know off the top of my head. Oh! Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Movie's way better. The book was almost insufferable for me. Oh my God. Because, so the book has a couple of things going for it. The first is what Liz and I have come to call caps lock Harry. His thoughts and his notions that are all, capitalized in rage and oh God, I hate reading Harry's thought process in that book. I really hate it. And we don't get that in the movie. We don't get to hear his stupid, angsty, stupid thought process. We get spared that, which does wonders. And it also was able to cut a lot of the fat. Because I'm still reading these to my daughter, and we're on the 4th book. And it's slow going, because honestly, starting with the 4th book, there's a lot of fat on these stories. Like, the jump from the 3rd to the 4th one is almost night and day, because the first 3, and I would say the 3rd one arguably more than any, are so tight. Like, everything is there for a reason. But starting in the 4th one, we started to have things that were there just because they were expected to be. Like, Snape really has nothing to do in the fourth book. Professor Trelawney has nothing to do. Draco has nothing to do. Yet they all eat up page time and, page count and word count because they've always been there. But, and Spew, that was a smart cut for the movie, for the fourth movie. But, so there's that going on with Order of the Phoenix as well. Just stuff that isn't feeding into the main narrative, but is still there. Okay, there a bunch of stuff has come in. I can tell because the dollar amount went up on me. Fun fact, the author of the Hunger Games book says she never once read Battle Royale when writing Hunger Games, which is total BS. I'm not sure I'm necessarily going to call BS on that. Here's what I would say about that. Because I've actually had this happen to me, not with anything I've published, thankfully, but like I've had stuff that I wrote. It's happened a couple times. I had something that I wrote it as a short story. I had another thing that I outlined as like a movie idea, and I had something that I wrote as a bit of stand-up, all of which I thought I had come up with and realized later I had heard of or heard before. I didn't know them well, and I didn't know I was ripping them off, but I'd heard these terms or concepts, or the starting nugget was definitely completely ripped off. And I didn't realize it because I remembered the thing, but not where it came from, so it felt like it was my idea. So I actually kind of believe her when she said she didn't read it. However, I can virtually guarantee you she heard of it somewhere along the line, and that embedded it in her head, and she doesn't remember having heard it, which I think is valid. So while I think, and the other thing is, Hunger Games, as far as what it's doing and the story it's telling, is actually doing a very different thing from Battle Royale. So even though the core concept is very, very, very similar, there's enough difference in the overall approach that I'm okay with it, despite liking Battle Royale and having seen that first. Thank you very much, Lynn. I don't have a question, just wanted to support. Please, everyone, stay safe and sending all my love and support. Black Lives Matter. Thank you very much. Anya deserved a better send-off. Yeah, a lot of Buffy talk this time. This is fun. I like this. I don't get to talk about Buffy that much. Yeah, I agree. Like, I've seen the rationalization for why Joss Whedon did what he did with Anya. I don't agree, but I get why he did it. It just doesn't work for me. I'm so sorry I don't have any money to donate, so I understand and don't mind if you don't answer my question as I'm reading your question. If the doctor are generated into a chicken nugget or candy floss, who would you want? I mean, chicken nugget, at least you can stand up to being in the rain a little bit. Who would win in a fight, Missy or the Master from Buffy? Oh, the Master from Buffy would get obliterated by Missy. He'd never see it coming. Okay, where are we? Old villains being killed by new villains. Still raw over Marvel Netflix. Doing that twice in Luke Cage and The Defenders. Yes! Yes, I am! Especially in The Defenders, because they'd already done it once, and it didn't work. And you did it again. Why? And for Elektra. That's not that I don't like Elektra, but the Netflix version of Elektra is aggressively boring. Ah. Do you? Oh, hang on. That is a bean question. Ooh, this looks like it's candy floss. Yes! Haha! A good jelly bean. I swear they cut down the percentage of actual good ones in this. I'm pretty sure it's a higher percentage of gross ones. It should be an even split, seriously. Anyway, do you have a favorite 12th Doctor quote or scene? Thank you for everything you do. Stay safe, everyone. That's a really hard call. I think, even though I like blip a little on the idea of children can hear his name, I really like Capaldi's final speech in Twice Upon a Time. which is the main reason I can't disregard. Because, like, I don't dislike Twice Upon a Time, but my general notion is I wish the Dr. Falls had been his last episode. I think it would have been more powerful to have it happen there. But the speech in Twice Upon a Time is great. I mean, that's what I put on my ribbon that I took to Gallifrey 1 back when we could go to conventions. Oh, and sidebar, I finally finished editing my footage from that, so that'll go up in the break room later this week. But you know, hate is always foolish, love is always wise, and run fast, laugh hard, be kind. Mwah. Okay, so that was a Bean question. Me and my sister are binging Black Mirror in chronological order. Ooh, she hasn't seen White Christmas, and she found Smithereens depressing. Smithereens is depressing. White Christmas was the one that broke me, though. Zixuya, thank you. Oh, God. This was poured for whoever was before that, so I gotta do that for you, too, now. Oh, boy, that's dripping. Hello from Uruguay. Hey. Just wanted to say I really love your videos, and your She-Ra video made me cry of happiness. Aw. Thank you so much for liking my art. Oh, yes. Oh, I love it. Yes. Your stuff has been great. Like, keep doing what you do. I'm sorry I didn't clock that sooner. The chat is far enough away that I couldn't quite. I could see you had a drawn avatar, but I couldn't quite make out the art style. So yes, yeah, yes, it's fantastic. Okay, let that sit. Okay. Did you say that you finally seen Avatar: The Last Airbender might do a review, or did I dream it? You misheard. I was answering a question of what things have I not done reviews for that I might like to, and I answered it in two parts. One, talking about something that I have seen and want to do a review on, which was Gallivant, and the other, mentioning something that I haven't seen, but I suspect when I do, I will want to talk about it, and that was Avatar. I still haven't seen it. I do pretty good for articulation, however many drinks in. And thank you, Maureen. And thank you, Donna. Hello, I just got my Ahsoka Tano lightsabers. Oh. Ooh, care for a duel when I get more proficient? Bring it on. Oh, nice. After finishing She-Ra, I've come to two conclusions. One, I need to rewatch it. Yes, you do. Two, Hordak and Entrapped are the most powerful chaotic neutral pairing. Yeah. I mean, Entrapped especially, she's a hard chaotic neutral. Holy crap. I think that's probably where Hordak lands after like settling and working off his evil neutral for a bit. But she'll get him there. Okay, where am I? Which Willow is better, normal, dark, or vampire? I'm partial to vampire Willow. Because I like the board now without the flaying. Not to say Warren didn't deserve to be flayed, because, yeah, he kind of did. I've noticed one guy I follow on Twitter received death threats because he defended his father as a good cop. What's your view on the there's no good cop stance? Oh, God. Okay. I'm not going to avoid this question, but I'm not going to dwell on it either. I'm going to make this as quick as I possibly can. I am not going to give my view on that because I don't know if I've settled on one yet. What I will say is the reason for that perspective of there is no good cop is that is from the view that it is the current systemic institution of the police that is the problem, and anyone who is willingly a member of that system is by default part of the system that is a problem. So that's where that view comes from. So I would be cautious for either you or your friend about presuming that anyone who says that simply hates all cops. Not to say that there aren't some people who are like that, but look, the whole thing's complicated. But for me, the thing to remember is that that sentiment, when applied fairly, which I do believe you actually can apply that sentiment fairly, it's about saying that willfully being a part of that system makes you complicit and makes you part of the problem. I've seen the position taken, and I'm not going to say that I hold this position because, again, I don't actually know. But I've seen the position taken that if police officers honestly think that what's going on is wrong, if they are not in the upper echelons of power where they can directly affect change, then they would be most helpful resigning their posts. That staying in place at all, even if they take more passive roles, is still keeping the system in place. And again, I'm not saying that that is my viewpoint. I don't know what my viewpoint on that is. I honestly don't. There's too much. I said I was going to touch on it briefly, and I went longer than I meant to, or I should have. We're over $350. Wow. Okay. Oh, Tracy, no need to drink. Thank you. And I've still got one to catch up for before. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. I just want to help and also say thanks for hosting this. Thank you. Would you want Missy to face 13 in an episode? If so, how? With Sasha's master, previous incarnation, or on her own? I don't think I'd want to see Missy face 13 because I feel like Missy, and this actually came up in a live stream in the panel I was on at WebCon. The idea that Sasha Dhawan's master is somehow inherently disrespectful to Missy's journey because she, for lack of a better term, got better, and then we've got this new master who's right back where he was. And part of how, I don't hold that view, and part of how I square that circle is that we don't know where Sasha fits, Sasha Dhawan's master. We don't know if he's immediately after Missy. We don't know what has happened. There's enough wiggle room that I can buy that sometime between Missy and Sasha Dhawan, if he even comes after her, which we don't even know that for a fact, something could have happened, and I don't need to know what it is. I actually don't want to know what it is. But that uncertainty gives me room to think, yeah, something happened, or a whole succession of things happened. However, I do think it would be disrespectful to bring back Missy and have her be the way she was prior to getting better. That said, I want another series of Missy on Big Finish. I'm pretty sure they're doing it. But again, chronologically, that fits earlier than when she actually started traveling in the TARDIS with Capaldi's doctor. And what I wish I had more than anything else was a full series where Missy was the companion. That, for me, is the biggest missed opportunity of New Who. Whew. You said that you prefer Angel over Buffy. Me too. You said you would explain why, though. Also, on my last donation, it was $10. Love your reaction. Oh, God. Okay. Thank you, Star Killer. Keeping me honest. I think it's grass again. Okay. There we go. Is Candy Floss being me? Gasp, you just ate a doctor. Oh, jeez. Okay, so as to your question, as to why I like Angel over Buffy, that was definitely grass. It has to do largely with overall series trajectory. Because Buffy kind of went like this, quality-wise. Second season was better than the first. I actually go back and forth whether the third is better than the second. Sometimes I say it is, sometimes I say it isn't. But those are both very good. Fourth season was rough. Fifth season got good again. Sixth season, quite good. Seventh season, aside from the finale, I actually think is not very good. But Angel, I make the argument, and people fight me on this because of Connor, but I actually make the argument that every season is better than the one before. Yes, including season 4. And I'm aware of some of the shenanigans that went on backstage with Charisma Carpenter, which were BS, but I still think overall that I thought that season was phenomenal. And I thought the 5th season, the entire 5th season, not just the last episode, of Angel, which I argue is one of the best final episodes in all of television. But that entire season is the best season of Angel. How many shows that go on for more than like 2 seasons have their best season be their last? How often does that happen? Not a lot. Sure didn't happen with Buffy. Okay, where are we? Is it just me, or did Glory not feel that intimidating as a villain? I know she should, but I don't know. I actually kind of agree. I tend to find Glory a little overrated as a villain. Like, conceptually, I'm on board. I get her. Cool. But, you know, she just didn't quite work for me. And not like for anything that I can really nail down, because I haven't rewatched it in a while. I think this is cinnamon. I'm hoping it is. Might also be good. No! That's earthworm. Oh, God. See, I should have gotten myself like a little bowl to spit these in, but I didn't. So I'm making myself swallow them. Oh. You know what's crazy about the flavors like earthworm? I've never eaten an earthworm, but they make it taste like earthworms smell. And I don't know how they do that. And yes, I know what earthworms smell like. I garden. I don't like gardening, but I have a garden, so I have to deal with it. Now that I have Hulu, I recently started rewatching Futurama. Do you have a favorite episode? Mine is either Paradise Lost with the worms. Oh, sorry, Parasites Lost with the worms. Ironic there. Or A Flight to Remember, the Titanic parody. I was always partial to the Star Trek parody, which I can't remember now what the title of that was. I also liked Farms with Parabox. That one was a lot of fun. And the one with the time skips was good. I like the ones where they get more science-y on it. For me, 12's best words. For me, 12's best moments is his speech at the last part of Flatline. I'll be getting to Flatline as a rewatch. I'm hoping, like, I've liked it before, but a lot of people have espoused a lot of love for it. So I'm hoping I get a little more out of it than I remember. I'm trying to donate via Super Chat. Unfortunately, it won't work. Well, Ian, there is a link to my PayPal in the description. And Mark in the memo that it's for the fundraiser. And the money will still go towards that. And we are 376 plus the 20 I know I got through PayPal. I wonder if more came in. Actually, I should check that, just so I can give people an accurate total count. See if I can get that to come up. Give me a second. Come on. Watching me try and remember my logins, it's really makes for great viewing. I still got a shot there I haven't taken. Wow. Wow. Holy crap. Okay. Hang on. Math. Okay. 90, 120. 120. That's $130 in through the PayPal, which means that plus the super chat, we are over 500. Holy crap. Wow. Yeah, I've got no other word beyond that. Wow. I'm so close to finishing the first, dang it, lost it. Hang on, finding it. Here we go. I'm so close to finishing the first episode of an audio series I'm making during lockdown. Getting dialogue from people is so annoying, though. I mean, well, first of all, power to you, because I have audio projects that I would love to get off the ground, but it's a lot of work, and honestly, in some ways, it's even more unforgiving than video, because like my mic that I use for my videos, it has an auto gain function that I can't turn off, and I don't want to have to spring for a whole new mic. And I get away with it in video because you're looking at me, you don't always notice, or it's not as immediately apparent that you know, the gain went up a little bit, and like the white noise of the room is coming in a little louder than it should. But if all you've got is the audio and you don't have the visual to fall back on, you notice that so hard. So, you know, power to you. Would you rather be a Sith or a Jedi? Well, if Jedis actually get to do the mind trick, I'll be Jedi and spam the heck out of that. Doesn't feel like a light side of the Force power, but hey, they get away with it. If I can do that, I'll be happy. Does the donate feature pull up for every user regardless of whether payment accounts are connected or not? I'm trying to figure out if I can donate or not. I actually don't know. Again, there's the PayPal if you want to go that route, if the Super Chat is giving you trouble. How do you think they will bring Steve Trevor back in the next Wonder Woman? I have no idea. I'm really curious to find out. I just hope it doesn't make me roll my eyes. I doubt it, but have you seen the 1972 film Sleuth? I would recommend it, but it's so hard to get a hold of. I have, and I've seen the remake. I caught Sleuth back when I was getting Netflix through mailed discs, because I'm old. I would say I had a membership to Blockbuster, except I didn't because I live in a small town. There is no Blockbuster. There was, however, a local store called Video King up until last year. Hung on for a while. Which version of the Doctor would you have crossover with She-Ra? I would go with 9. He could use the lightness. Hartnell and Entrapta would both fawn over tech rather than save people. Ooh, that's a good question. I would be inclined to say 2. I kind of want to see Troughton, because as light and goofy as he is, he likes to be the light and goofy one in the room. I think if other people were being the light goofy ones, it would throw him off in a way that would be very funny. Have you seen Sense8? I've seen the first episode about a year ago, and I need to get back to it. Probably need to rewatch that episode too. It's on the to-do list. Ace Creeper did a video where he tried to detail the character history of the Doctor using the different mythos. Have you seen it? I'm not sure I've seen that one. So no, I haven't. I live in Scotland, and under Trump, your country is a complete and utter mess, and COVID-19 affecting your country the most out of any is incredibly sad. Well, I mean, those two things aren't unconnected. It's been months, and my main takeaway is still being salty that Ruth didn't turn out to be a bigger deal. I mean, to be fair, Chibnall's time isn't done, and she may yet turn out to be a bigger deal. I'm hoping, because she's great. So, you know, fingers crossed. All right. I've been sitting on this one for a while, so let me do this. That should catch me up on drinks. Thoughts on new Big Finish Out of Time, Dr. 4 and 10, and Masterful, Multi-Master 50th Anniversary. Wish you could donate, but I'm also doing other important things, learning, listening, etc. No worries, John. I want to hear both of them. Those are my only thoughts. Until I hear them, I won't really have more. Thank you, Abaven. Hope I didn't butcher that. I don't have a question. I just want to donate. Thank you for doing this. And you don't have to eat a bean. Oh, thank you. At this point, I'm kind of dreading the beans more than the booze. How do you think? Oh no, I answered that. Thank you, Christy. Find and watch Life on Mars, Ashes to Ashes. I've been told that for a very, very, very long time. I didn't realize until it was pointed out. The girl who waited parallels the situation 11 has with River. He can't save Melody from the silence without causing River to not exist. Oh! Oh crap, that's true. Oh, thank you. According to a shot in the Doctor Who spin-off Class, Susan Foreman has passed away. It was in her old school. Honestly, I'm just ashamed Capaldi didn't acknowledge it when he appeared in Class. If that is their canon, yeah, that would be annoying. Given how few people watched Class, I think they can easily sweep that under the rug if they ever decide to. Susan's one of those things that I'm kind of two minds about. At this point, it's been so long that it might be better to not go there. But on the other hand, you know, there's that one day I shall come back. Yes, I will come back. You know, he should. Which character from my past Doctor iteration, be they companion, ally, or enemy, do you think would have the best chemistry with 13? Who would you want to see 13 reunite with? I kind of, like, I'm not sure I need them to go on an adventure. I kind of want to see what Amy would say seeing 13. I don't know if she'd have the best chemistry, but I'd be super curious. I've started Angel, actually. That was a bold move, what they did with Doyle so early in the season. So, unfortunately, a bit of behind the scenes on that. It is good, I agree. What they did was very good, but that wasn't part of the original intent and plan because the actor had substance abuse problems and the decision was made that he wasn't reliable enough to keep around, and he was written out of the show far earlier than, you know, anyone had thought when he was originally hired. So I agree, it was very well done and it's well acted, and if you didn't know that there was a decision outside of just the narrative utility of doing that, that kind of made that call. Yeah, it's bold. As the 12th Doctor said, gardening is just dictatorship. Yeah, it kind of is. Wow, I'm way behind in the chat if getting gardening comments. How do you think, oh, yep, I read that and I answered that. Okay, backing up. Did you ever watch the 1980 Flash Gordon film? Nope. I know the song. Flash. Can't sing any more than that. I managed to donate via PayPal. Thank you, Ian. I appreciate that. Alexa. Okay. Oh! Before I forget, I mentioned that there was one other piece of work that I listed in the description that I wanted to mention. There is a friend of mine who actually lives in Vermont and does burlesque. Their name is Hi Ho Silver. And they did a number tail end of last year, so obviously before quarantine, which was about police brutality and their experience as a Black person, and sort of processing through some of that by way of a burlesque number. And they recently posted that that performance to their Instagram, and I've linked down below. Now, be aware, A, it's a burlesque number, so not safe for work, and B, content warning. You know, the number deals with racism and violence. So while it's not gory or anything like that, it is, those are very central to what it is. So if you are okay with and know that going in and are watching it at work, I highly recommend following that link and watching their number, because It's really amazing. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I just had to suppress a burp, so, which I then told you about, which made the suppression pointless. Might as well just let it rip. Oh, God. Thank you for using your platform to contribute to the cause. YouTubers like you make YouTube so much more than entertainment. Thank you, Sam. Oh, boy, what have we got? I think, what is that? I think this is black pepper. Yep. Again, not bad, but weird. I might probably still wrap up the stream not too far after 8 o'clock Eastern Standard. Too much past an hour, just because we had an initial surge. Why do I get a lisp when I drink? Surge, and things seem to have dialed back. And that's not me being like, oh, you stopped donating, I'm ending it. Like, these things are normally an hour. So just to set expectations. Favorite non-fiction book? Ooh. Non-fiction. Oh, man. See, that's tough because like all my really favorite stuff is fiction. I'm gonna just rattle off some that I like because I can't pick a favorite off the top of my head. If Chins Could Kill, Bruce Campbell's memoir, I really liked. Born a Crime, which was Trevor Noah's memoir, which was fantastic. Let's go with those off the top of my head. And under current circumstances, I'm going to recommend Born a Crime. It's really good. I listen to it on audio, and he reads it, and it's great. And it's heavy, and it's a lot, but it's really good. Let's see. I'm working on Avatar: The Last Airbender for a series on my channel about watching old shows. Thoughts on the show? I haven't seen it. As my super chat popped up, I haven't seen it anymore. I haven't seen it, Charleston. Hold on. I'm trying to scroll back through. I don't see it, unless it was a ways back. I'm keeping an eye out, though. I'm also not caught up, so it might have popped up later. Let's see. If you could have lunch with one Doctor Who actor or actress, dead or alive, which would you choose and why? Minus Matt Smith. I think I still got to go Capaldi. Like, it's so funny to me because I didn't take to him right off, and it was a while before I really sunk in how much I liked him. Because I had to basically get to the end of his run, and not that he was suddenly brilliant at the end, but it's like it was the journey. And like, I'm so attached to that Doctor now. It's kind of crazy. Who would win in a contest of inspirational speeches, 12 or Buffy? I think 12. I feel like he can hold the stage a little longer than Buffy can. Buffy gives good speeches, but they kind of build to, and let's go! And that's always kind of what punctuates her speeches. And if it was a contest that isn't just her talking people into battle, and she just has to stay on stage, I think she'd lose her wind a little bit. Have you seen Dark City? And if so, how do you feel about the director's cut if you have seen it? I have seen Dark City. I didn't know there was a director's cut. I'd have to see what the differences are. I'm pretty sure what I have is the theatrical. I like the first 2/3 of it immensely. I'm not going to say what the point is because it's a spoiler, but I can pinpoint to the minute the point at which the thing started to lose me. And then the climax, it almost completely lost me, which annoyed me because I was loving the hell out of it up to that point. And the aesthetic on it's incredible. Like I own it, so I still like it. I just, you know, turn it off 2/3 of the way in. Could it be a possibility that when the plane exploded, it actually made him travel to 1984? Oh, you're talking to Steve Trevor. I mean, I guess, but there was nothing magical on that plane that we know of, so that'd be convenient. It took me a second to catch up with you. Can't imagine why. Vera, nothing in the Discord, show off your new hair instead. Oh, thank you, Carolyn, for checking that for me. And yes, went darker this time. Did the heavier blue and brought the purple back, which I haven't had for a while because I did the pink for a ways there. But I like it. Unless I really put it right up front, it's sort of more work to notice that it's there, which I kind of like a little bit. Like, out of the corner of your eye, you wouldn't immediately think, dyed hair. It's like, wait a minute, which I kind of really dig. Let's see. Quick Big Finish recommendation. I Am the Master. It's written and starring Jeffrey Beavers, and it's only a couple of pounds or dollars. I might look into it. I've got a backlog of Big Finish stuff that I already have that I haven't gotten to yet. So I'm trying not to accumulate more because I had a tendency to do that with video games. I have games on my PS2 I never got around to playing. I've got games on my PS3 that I really want to try and find the time for. I ain't getting anything newer for that reason, aside from the obvious financial one. Are you still excited for Time Lord Victorious? Honestly, I hope they find a way to fit Frobisher in. Oh, that would be amazing! The world needs more Frobisher. And if you don't know who Frobisher is from Doctor Who. He's appeared in comic books and audio adventures. He is a shape-shifting penguin who talks like a Brooklyn detective from the 1940s. And it's great. You know how I said I once wanted a Lovecraft historical? Big Finish are now doing one. I'm a little nervous about it. I know, I know how you mean, Ben. There's always that thing like, oh, I wish they'd do this idea, and then you find out, somebody's doing it, and you suddenly get very nervous, like, oh my God, I hope this thing that I've been hoping for so long works. Because then if it stinks, that's really going to sting. That's a big part of me in Series 11, because I've talked about this before, and I was going to say I won't dwell on it. I don't know if I will, because I'm not keeping track of a lot at this point. But, Series 11 of Doctor Who did so many things that I wanted the show to do. Ditching the series arc, mostly self-contained stories, no returning monsters. All of these are things I wanted the show to do, and it did them, and I didn't like it. Would you rather have Ian and Barbara back than Susan, to be honest? I would like Ian and Barbara back, and I want them to ask about Susan. That's what I want to see happen. And I want to see whatever doctor they ask. I want to be able to read the world on their face. Do you know how fast you were live streaming? I swear, officer, I didn't know. So it seems like donations have mostly wrapped up, which is fine. We raised over $500 at this. It might even be up to $6. I haven't checked the PayPal again. I will tweet out what we got out to. I'm going to try and catch the last few questions. Anybody wants to get other donations in, fantastic. If not, thank you. Okay. What's going to be interesting about Masterful is we're getting a whole new incarnation, a child version, which I believe will be a version of the Master that appeared in the comics. I'd heard something about that. I don't know much about it though. Ranking the Burton Schumacher Batman films. Batman 89, Batman Forever, Batman Returns, Batman and Robin. Imagine if Merlin and Gallivant were in the same time and they crossed over. Ooh, that'd be fun. Do you want Space Wives 13 and River to be a thing? I don't need it. If they ever didn't, I wouldn't be against it, but I don't need it. What do you think of the idea of remaking Little Shop of Horrors? Why? That's my only idea. Why? Struggling with Super Chat, so we'll pay later. I have a few comedies I'd like you to see, but I'm scared you might not like them. Any rule of thumb for what you're most likely to enjoy? My taste in comedy tends to be rapid fire and witty. I don't like, I hate humiliation humor. I do not like cringe comedy. I like wordplay. I like rapid fire banter. I don't like stoner comedy. I think that kind of gives you the broad strokes. If you want to see your question, I recommend saying @Council of Geeks before typing your question. And I might even read you explaining that to someone. Ha! My super chat question, what the bleep, America? I don't know. Big Finish announced Missy Series 2. Yes! And the Meddling Monk is definitely coming back. Yes! Oh, that was so much fun. Six's coat would blend in well in Etheria. But I really want Pertwee and She-Ra. Ooh. He'd assume Scorpia is a monster of the week. He'd usually be fighting. She'd just hug him. Love it. Also, please do the other War Master series. I need to get them. Thank you for doing this. Stream is such a strong force for good. And full of kind people with such lovely messages. So this was such a caring thing to do. Thank you, Doctor Who Adventures. My Wi-Fi is going in and out suddenly, so good luck, and I'll see you on video tomorrow. Thank you, Christy. What is your favorite conspiracy theory? I don't have one because conspiracy theories are dumb. I'm sorry. I can't even entertain them for fun. I think that might even be part of why I don't get into fan theory very much. They too closely resemble conspiracy theories. You must be the 6th person the Doctor trusted the most. Oh, jeez. More donations. Thank you. Wow. What is that? All right. Where did I leave off? Okay. I might have to give up trying to catch all the questions because obviously more are coming in. When you said Frobisher, I was thinking John Frobisher from Torchwood Children of Earth, and shape-shifting penguin really threw me for a loop. Can you try and convince me that Ruth is a good doctor? Jo Martin is a great actress, but I'm not gelling with how rough she is and tied to the timeless child, which I kind of despise. I can't convince you that she's a good doctor because I don't know if she is. My thing is I love her presence. I want to see her be the doctor. You need to realize up to this point, all we've really seen her do is clash with another version of the doctor. And the doctor tends to not get along with himself. So that shouldn't necessarily be taken as standard for how that doctor actually behaves. My thing is, I love her presence so much, I want more. Can I make an argument for why she's a good doctor? No, but I can tell you from the vibe I get off her, I want to believe that she could be good, and I want to see her be good. Putting in a little extra bit just to say well done for doing this. Thank you, Kara. Thank you. Oh, God. Thank you, Pirates. I'd like to commission you for some comedies, but I've kind of... Oh, yeah, I answered that. I recently saw a live stream with you on an online panel discussing Doctor Who. Was wondering if you would continue to be involved with online discussions since it was really cool. Oh yeah, the panel was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the WebCon panel. I'd love to do more stuff like that. I mean, I enjoyed the panel I did at Gallifrey 1. I'm totally up for that. Yeah, I'm trying to spread out a little bit more and get more involved with other people who have me. What if the way the Doctor and the Master got their names from when they played as children? I don't care how the Doctor and the Master got their names. I just don't. Their names say everything about them. How they got them, I don't care. I don't care for the same reason I didn't care how Han Solo got his name. The name said everything you needed to know about him. Finding out that it basically got put in as a clerical filler, I don't care. I don't mean that to be belittling towards you, but that question, my answer is I don't care. What's worse, Disney live action remake or sixth Pirates of the Caribbean movie? I haven't seen most of the Disney live action remakes, so I couldn't actually tell you. I can tell you that fundamentally, philosophically, their existence annoys me more than more Pirates of the Caribbean does. No question, just thanks for using your platform. Thank you, Kelly. Sorry for the off-topic question. We don't even really have a topic for this one. But do you think that Disney should continue trying to make more Star Wars media, or do you think they're milking the series dry? I mean, look, they're going to make more. I think they shouldn't make another movie for a while. I think they should stick to things like The Mandalorian, work in some other media for a while. Hold off before doing a movie again. That's the delivery method I think they need to give a rest for right now. Why do the live streams remain every 2 weeks, even in lockdown? Because I'm still working, A. And B, the reason it became every other week is because I used to have to move the time around. Oh, hi, Jesse. I used to have to move the time around because I have my kid every other week. And I had to move it to later because I wanted her to be in bed before I did it. And I still have her every other week. So lockdown did zero to impact the reasons why the live stream is every 2 weeks. That's why. I feel like I came off snarky or snippy with that answer. I apologize. I can be a surly drunk. I don't know if I'm drunk. I'm actually not really gonna find out until I stand up. That's usually when I find out how drunk I actually am, when I try and get on my feet. Let's see. Oh, cuddly heart hug thing. Thank you, Axel. And that means, oh boy, what is this? That looks bluish. Ooh, that might be blueberry. Yep, that's blueberry. Cool. I'm gonna go with that. Sending love to all of you in Council of Geeks. Thank you so much, Jesse. Let's see. Have you ever heard of the Magnus Archives, a great horror podcast with great LGBTQ plus representation? I think it's I want its writers to write an episode for Doctor Who. I feel like I've heard the name. I know nothing about it though. Let's see. We know how the Doctor and the Master got their names. They chose them. Well, yes, we do know that, but like there could theoretically be a story as to why they decided those were the names they wanted. So again, if there is a story, I don't want to know it. Have you heard the rumor Karen Gillan will be the star in the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot? Nope, that's news to me. I personally like the theory that the Master and the Doctor's origins are constantly changing due to time travel meddling. I mean, I'll buy that. I just need to not know the origin. I don't even need that. It just needs to be something I don't know. I'm going to recommend the remake of The Jungle Book and Cinderella. No. They aren't shot-for-shot remakes. Actually try to do something different. I don't care. I don't care. They're still treading, and they exist to recreate the iconography of the originals. So I don't care. The only two that I'm prepared to give a pass to, and one of them it's tentative. I give a pass to Maleficent because that is a wildly different beast from the original film. And I am prepared to give a pass to Mulan, depending on what I think when I actually see it. Because having seen the trailer, it seems to really just be taking the concept and doing it fresh from the ground up. It's not treading on the same iconography. Last I knew, they weren't using the songs, not really, which is what they should. They should not be reusing those songs. So I'm prepared to be nicer to that one and maybe actually even see it. But Cinderella, Jungle Book, I don't care. Don't care, don't want it. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Oh boy, what have we got now? What is it? Is that white? What's white? Oh God, I think it's soap. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ah, that's another one. A little bit like the vomit. It's not to the back end of it. Really is shit. Ugh. Vera, a little bit of the fuzziness. A little bit of fuzziness. I'm not surprised you're picking up on that, Carolyn. Why is the rum always gone? Oh, that's why. Why is the rum gone? I really do love that first movie. As much as the franchise got run into the ground, I love that first movie. So much. Let's see. Missed my donation. Oh, did I? I thought I got... there were a couple from you. Oh, no! There it is. Thank you, Star Killer. Thank you. Sorry. Have you listened to Stand Up? If so, favorite comedian? Yes! Favorite comedian of all time? Probably George Carlin. The stuff towards the end of his life, I don't like as much. But, man, the guy redefined stand-up, and rightfully so. Some of the ones I really like, I love Eddie Izzard. I think he's phenomenal. Depending on my mood, I like a bit of Lewis Black, but George Carlin, yeah, he's where it's at. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Sorry I missed it. I'm trying to keep up with this thing. The blue ones are the best because you essentially get blueberry or mint. Sending love from Ireland. Thank you. It's amazing. Listen to it. Jesse, I feel like your and my relationship is starting to become a back and forth of, you don't know this yet? Check it out. And then me going, you don't know that yet? Let's podcast about it. I feel like this is going to become our relationship now. I told you that I'm a sucker for Westerns like you're a sucker for pirates. So I'm going to tell you two of my favorite Westerns. Back to the Future Part 3. Nice. Ballad of Buster Scruggs. I still haven't seen that. I should. Story of the Names is simple. They're both narcissists. I can buy that. Honestly, I'd rather see Karen Gillan as Poison Ivy in Suicide Squad 2 than be in another Pirates movie. Oh. I want that now. Did you watch the Netflix series of Unfortunate Events? I watched, I think, 3 episodes. Then they seemed pretty good, but I wasn't feeling it to keep going. And they were fine, but I wasn't sucked in. I never read the books. I was too old for them when they came out. Sean Pertwee has been back and forth on whether he played the third Doctor on Doctor Who. Would you want him to? I think it could be fantastic, but I get why he's not sure on it. If anyone was going to play the third Doctor, it should be him. I'm not sure if I want it in the abstract. And honestly, I would like him to play the Doctor, but I would like him to play his own Doctor, not his father. He was on my list of actors who I would love to see play the Doctor, because I want to see what he does with it. Even though I'm sure he could do a great version of his father. Robin Williams was one of my favorites. He was good. I actually like The Idiot's Lanterns and Fear Her. Tempted almost to take a shot on principle there. Okay, starting again. I actually like The Idiot's Lantern and Fear Her because the only Doctor Who DVDs I had included them, so that meant constant rewatches. Oh, okay. See, that's valid. That's fair. I'll give you a pass on that. You had me worried there for a minute. Have you ever seen Gallagher? Nope. Those are the best kinds of relationships. Oh, good. Happy Pride Month. Thank you. Let it never be forgotten. The first Pride was a riot. Young George Carlin is the best. I love his bits about time, driving, and all the oddball stuff he talked about. John Mulaney's probably my favorite comedian, though. John Mulaney's really good. Yeah, I've enjoyed him a lot. And I'm actually kind of with you. I feel like my personal favorite stuff of George Carlin is his earlier stuff and what you would probably lump under his goofy stuff phase. I'm using a different word than he used, but at one point he said, my job basically is thinking of goofy stuff. And, you don't have time a week. So on the weekends, I write down the goofy stuff and I come around and report it to you. Because it's on Netflix now, I reckon you would love the British sitcom Dinner Ladies. Don't know that one. Have you read the new Hunger Games book? It's great. I haven't read any of the Hunger Games books. I've seen the first 2 movies. Let's see. Shearsmith for Second Doctor. I didn't love him, actually. Because he was the one who did it in Adventure, Space, and Time. It was fine, but I didn't love him. Did you know Rimmer from Red Dwarf almost played the 9th Doctor? Really? Under normal circumstances, I'd say citation needed, but I'm just going to choose to believe that. When Robin Williams was playing his alien character and spoke gibberish, he was actually swearing in different languages. I heard that. There's a podcast I listened to called Your Brain on Facts that had Moxie did an episode a while ago about curses in different languages, and she brought that up. That tickled me. I'm promoting so much stuff that I feel like I've never talked about on this show before. This feels good. My favorite stand-up comedian is Frankie Boyle, though I don't blame anyone who doesn't like him. I'm not sure I know him. Have you watched Killing Eve? Nope. Loved you, Jesse and Steve, and Jesse's Star Trek video. Oh, thank you, Michael. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing that. I do think that both Jesse and Steve blew my performance out of the water, though. Who is your least favorite Doctor and companion? Like, as a duo or individually? Because if you're saying as individually, I can't make that call because I haven't seen all the companions. Least favorite Doctor at present is the War Doctor. As a pairing, I don't know. Fifth Doctor with most of the companions I've seen him with hasn't done much for me, to be honest. Although, God, there's also Seventh and Mel. Ever seen Scream of the Shalka? Yes, I have. I need to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in ages. But like that's on the eventual to-do list as like a Doctor Who oddities. Excuse me. Thing. I really should wrap up. Did you do the Buffy charity stream with some of the other actors and actresses? It was so cool. No, I missed that. Oh wow, whole lot of questions. Okay, I need to wrap this up soon, folks. I believe Chris Berry was also considered for the 11th Doctor by Stephen Moffat. Oh, huh. What is the point of the cheese guy in the Buffy episode Restless? Nothing. Cheese guy is the one thing that doesn't mean anything. Because there's always one element in your dreams that is bizarre, comes out of nowhere, and means nothing. Killing Eve has the issue that it treads a lot of the same ground as Hannibal, but with not nearly as much style. Oh, see, that would be rough for me then, because I really liked Hannibal. If I were a stand-up comedian, I would probably start to tell that the setup comedian then move to another setup. I'm not sure I follow that. I either read it wrong or I can't wrap my head around what was said, or I don't know. I recommend Killing Eve. Morbid humor you might like. Maybe. Next time you rank the Doctors, will you factor in Big Finish you've heard? Yes. I have before, and I will. Do you plan to sort She-Ra characters into Hogwarts houses? Not only do I plan to do it, I've already shot it. Gotta edit it. Yeah. Have by chance watched the Eddie Izzard series, The Riches? Yes, I have. There's a lot of little touches I like about it. As an overall thing, it's okay. Are there any trans people you would like to play the Doctor, excluding yourself? Ah, dang it. I don't know off the top of my head. Because, and like this makes me a bad queer. There aren't that many trans actors who I know by name and can think of off the top of my head while inebriated. Because, you know, my first restriction that I've always said is the Doctor needs to be British, somewhere in the British Isles. Anywhere. Doctor can be Welsh. We can have an Irish Doctor. It's fine. But it needs to be from there. And off the top of my head, other than Laura Kate Dale, who doesn't act, I don't know off the top of my head too many other trans people from that region. I know they exist. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Would you ever make a subreddit? No. No, I have enough trouble juggling everything I have. And I wouldn't ask anyone else to mod it for me. I've got enough stuff. Like I get enough wonderful backup from Pirates and from Carowin here. I wouldn't ask them or anyone else to mod a subreddit for me, and I don't have the time to do it myself. So just no. Not with my life as it currently exists, because like that's the kind of thing that maybe I'd consider doing if this was my living and I didn't still have a full-time job, or more accurately, didn't still need a full-time job, because I do. Do you have a flag? We don't need a flag. This is our country. No flag, no country. You can't have one. That's the rule that I just made up. Really wish we still had George Carlin and Robin Williams right now. I really would love to hear their opinions on Trump. When you realize Chuck Berry dropped Johnny Be Good a week before Marty McFly played it at the Enchanted Under the Sea dance. Bradley Walsh, who plays Graham, was pranked on his own game show by British duo Ant and Dec. I would recommend it. It's so funny. Depends on the nature of the prank. Very iffy on pranks as a general rule. As you like a lot of British culture, especially shows like that of Doctor Who, what are your thoughts on as an American on the royal family and that side of British tradition? I don't have too many thoughts, because since I'm so detached from that tradition and that culture, my thoughts are very much those of an outsider, and they're very much filtered through me having seen other people talk about it. So my personal uninformed inclination is that if you are claiming to not have a classist society, to literally have a royal family seems inherently contradictory to that, even if they don't hold official power, you know, in terms of ruling. But again, that is the uninformed opinion of someone who has not studied, not heard a lot of arguments from a lot of sides like that. If I was sober, I probably would have declined to answer that completely. Have you watched Snowpiercer? I'm assuming you mean the new show that has started. No, I've seen the movie. The movie was great. Could there ever be a doctor from Gibraltar or the Falkland Islands? Moving on. What are your thoughts on Helena Bonham Carter as Bellatrix Lestrange? I thought she did pretty good. Worked for me. Okay, I need to wrap this up. Have you ever had anyone choose the $600 a month Patreon option? Yes, once. Remember last year that I took up rewatching every film in the Harry Potter franchise, including both Fantastic Beasts movies? That wasn't on a whim. That was because somebody actually took up the highest support tier that I have for 1 month in order to commission me to do the whole series. So, I hope they feel like they got their money's worth. As someone from New Hampshire who seriously wants to play the Doctor, I have to disagree about the native UK actor thing. But I have some very deep roots in the UK, which I'd consider fine. I mean, depends on your definition of deep roots. Because depending on how you look at it, I have deep roots in the UK. My family came over on the Mayflower. I can trace my roots back to the UK. I still wouldn't hire me to play the Doctor. Not really. If anyone ever wants to cast me in like a fan series to play an off-canon Doctor, hit me up. I'll do it. But, you know. They essentially hijack the show and make everything go wrong. Huh. Okay. All right. I really got to wrap this up. I do wish we could see the Eric Holtz cut of Back to the Future. They didn't finish filming with him, but they said they were like 2 weeks from finishing shooting. I've seen some shots. I mean, if they didn't like it, I'm not surprised they never released it. Calling it now, Hordak is a Hufflepuff on your list. Well, tune in and see. You're wrapping up. Bored now. Thank you, randomness. Oh my God, I think I've actually caught up. Have you seen 1917 yet? No, I haven't. I think I'm half Scottish. If you don't know, could it really be a full half? I'm just saying. You sound like me reading a book, just one more chapter. Okay. I think we're going to wrap it up. So, actually, before I do, I'm going to see if I can get back to the PayPal real quick. See if I can get a final tally for you folks. Okay. Looks like 589 is where we came in. So, thank you, everybody. That I didn't know what this would bring in. So I got to get that. I got to get that transferred out of PayPal. Got to move some stuff around, but I should. I actually should be able to cover that amount to make the donation to Black Vision's collective by Friday at the absolute latest. Yeah. Wow. Just wow. Good night. Yes, thank you. If I play the Doctor, keep in mind I live in South Carolina. I want him to be like the most sarcastic a-hole towards other people, but a total sweetheart, just companions. Maybe. Vera, it'll be over 600 in a few. So I'll tell you what, I'll probably put out the tweet officially announcing what we raised tomorrow morning so that I can give time for any lingering things to come in and clear. Thank you. As somebody who, you know, just, like I said at the beginning, isn't the voice you should be listening to, I didn't know what kind of impact you folks could, I was going to say I could make. you would make through me and through this. And thank you. What you've done is a wonderful thing. And thank you, randomness. Make it 591. All I did was give you folks a means to do something wonderful and to help. So thank you for that. Hope everybody has a good night. Stay safe and be well. And remember that you are beautiful, you are valid, you are loved, you are the council. I just run the meetings. So until next time, this council's adjourned.